Hello students, in today's class we are going to see the topic random process. So we are going to have the case study. Okay. So before that we should know what is meant by random process, right? Any idea about random process? Is there any difference between random variable and random process? Is it same or we have any difference? There is a difference, right? What is the difference? So random variable is nothing but the which depends on only the distance, not on the time. Okay, if we are considering random process, it depends on the time. So time is very important in random process. So that is the main difference. Okay, so that is the first thing we should know about random process. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to have a few applications. Okay, through that application we are going to have one case. Okay, that is nothing but we are going to have some internet traffic, right? So internet traffic is the problem. So that is we are going to solve using random process. Okay, for that we are going to have a call the students. So you are going to present the concept, right? So the first one is Vika is going to present the introduction part, and Subhasri she is going to have how it applies in Python process, and Sangeeta you are going to present in Markovian and in Gaussian, right? And the final conclusion which is given by Shruti. Okay, shall we start the session? Yes.
Let us discuss how random process play a crucial role in analyzing and managing the internet traffic. Have you ever felt your internet speed slows down during peak hours? It slows down because the data package mostly travels in the networks, so it was affected by the noise around it affects the signals. So the internet speed gets slowed down. So the internet trafficking can be get slowed down by the mathematical process using Poisson's process, Markov chain, and Gaussian distributions. By using this mathematical process, the noise in the data packets can be removed, and it can be given by optimizing and in a perfect way.
Yes.
The understanding the randomness process in the internet traffic is one way. Think about how you and others use the internet. Some are streaming videos on the YouTube and social media. Some are using a cloud application, and some are browsing internet. The data packet arrives on the self without a timing or maintaining a schedule. This applies the randomness process. It has an application. Poisson's process and the Markovian chain and the Gaussian process. Poisson's process is used in the how the data packet arrives is predicted by Poisson's process. If user want to find the data packet arrivals, he uses the Poisson's process.
So the next thing is we are going to see in Markov process. Any idea about Markov process?
Actually, I want to compare this with real-time traffic. Okay, imagine that we are going in a road and we have stuck, previously we have stuck in a traffic jam which we are going to face in today. So before going and in that jam, we are stopping there and delaying your works, we can switch the other way where you don't have any traffic jam. So this is what Markovian process does. It will predict the way which is clear. For example, in our case, internet traffic, the router will check the route where it will check whether it is crowded or not. Whether if it is crowded, it will switch the other way. If it is not, it will allow the way to park. Like that, it will transfer the data. When we come to Gaussian processes, here also I will compare that example. Imagine that a road is free in daytime, and at 3 o'clock, where all school peoples and work persons are returning back, right? At that time, there will be a rush in the road. So the same road was emptier previous in a few seconds before, and at that time again it will be traffic jam over there. So this Gaussian process will help us to detect the internet trend, where the traffic trend, if we detect that at this time if it is busy, we can switch other way, right? So for that we need to know that trend also. That trend will be detected using the Gaussian process. So with these two cases we can detect the delays, and we can efficiently transfer the data.
And we are going to have the conclusion part. Okay, let's see.
Before conclusion, we are going to have real world impact in this. Some a telecom company facing some network transactions for this model, and it saw 30% improvement in performance, and have some approaches, included some approaches. Poison's process to monitor the peak hours, and Margot chain is used for optimize routing. Gaussian analysis for long-term bandwidth needs. And last conclusion is the random processes critically improving the consumptions and reducing the network issues and enhance some user experience, useful experience for this. And is also used for financial, healthcare, and some even traffic management.
Now you got an idea about right random process, and now it applies in many fields in your industry, right? Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank you.